Hello, good afternoon. It's Lianne from Sprite, registered nutritionist, coming at you. And I wanted to talk today. I received an email from a 10-year-old boy who wanted to know, after a few of the newsletters went out that his mum receives, about sugar. What can he drink during the day so that he's not overloading on sugar? Now he plays hockey, plays soccer, so I thought I'd do a Facebook Live a little bit about to show you, answer his questions, and to show you a little bit more about how much sugar is in the drinks that we're buying for our kids. So hydration is key, important for energy. It really gives you a massive boost, and your kids too. So if they're middle of the afternoon when they get home from school, first thing you should do is to try and get them to drink some water. Not the easiest thing when they I want milk, I want this, I want that. So I might suggest that you give them water first. Say, oh, just while I'm going to get your milk, or while I'm going to get whatever else it is that you might drink, I'm just going to go and give you some water to drink. Just a small cup. Give them a straw. Give them a fancy water bottle if that's what they need. Then just kind of keep on trucking with that. I have my water bottle, which I take everywhere I go, and so important that I take that with me. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't drink throughout the day. So I have got a little bit of a quiz for you. If you're live, then you can jump in on this. I want you to take a bit of a guess on how much sugar is in any of these drinks that I'm going to show you next. So I'm going to start with the one that Malachi asked about, because he thinks that Gatorade would be a really good thing for him to drink when he's doing his sports, when he's back from riding, whatever it is he happens to do. And I see this at dance class when I take my daughters to dance class and all those kind of things. So for the first one that I've got here is Gatorade. Your traditional, it's 710 ml bottle. I personally really dislike that it's blue. For many kids, that's going to send them just scrambling in terms of any kind of behavioral situations. So really, really crazy that this is blue. But if anybody can take a guess on how much sugar is in this, I'm actually going to get you some sugar to show you how much is in here. So here I have some sugar. It's a bit glary, so it's going to be a bit tricky for you to say. There's that. I have my 1 teaspoon measure and a clear glass bowl. So how much sugar is in this? Let's see. What do you think? I'm not sure. You come on. Type in and let me know what you think. Okay, here we go. 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. 3 teaspoons. 4. Do you think there's more? 5. Might there be more? Can you see how much is in this? How does that already 5 even fit into this? I don't know. Ready? More? 6. 7. I'm still going. 8. Oops. 9. 10. And a cheeky wee half. That right there, can you see that mountain? Is how much sugar you find in this one bottle of Gatorade. How crazy is that? This is how much sugar your child or you are consuming after your hockey game, thinking I need to replenish, soccer game, bike ride home, whatever it happens to be, whatever activity they feel like justifies this, because it's really marketed for hydration. There's nothing about this that is hydrating. So let's move on. How about Sprite? Let's say you go into the movies. Let's say you're out and about, your kid needs something to drink. Hey Dad, I want to go and have a Sprite. Or Mom, can I have a drink? This is 500 mils versus the 710 mils in here. So a couple hundred mils more, and I'm going to count out again. Here's my little bowl, my teaspoon. Have a guess. Just have a guess how many of these I'm going to put into my little bowl of the Sprite. 1. You're not guessing. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the Gatorade had 10, 7, 8, 9. Good guess, Karen. 10. Sorry about the sound. There's some construction going on next door. 11. I'm still going and I'm not stopping. 12 teaspoons, and I'm not stopped yet, and this is in a bottle of Sprite. 13 and a half. Chelsea, almost there. That mountain of sugar is somehow packed into this. I don't even know how they do it. I really don't. And I just also want to say that this is, what's in here is actually not the white sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup, which actually has a worse effect on the body. Okay, next up, because this is just a lot of fun. Minute Maid lemonade. Now, when people say to me, what on earth is it that I can make for my kids to drink? My kids figured out how to make lemonade because I said no to any of this. So off they go. Sometimes they do it with grapefruit. Got a lovely grapefruit here. Sometimes they do it with lime. And they do it, add in some maple syrup. And that with a lot of water. I'm going to put a recipe up on our newsletter. So if you're not a part of our newsletter list, sign up for the newsletter. I'm going to attach this on Thursday and put a little lemonade recipe in there for you as well. So now to the Minute Maid. This 450 ml bottle, a little bit less than our Sprite. So off we go. 1, 2, 3, have a guess. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good guess, Chelsea. 13. I'm back to 13 again, and then in the bottle of Sprite for 500 mils, there was 13 and a half. It's just nutty. I don't understand how on earth they do this, but they do. And this is the kind of thing that's happening with our kids, or big kids too. If you like to have a little bit of your soda pop on an evening, or you need something that, you know, you feel like is going to keep you going. So of the other pop, the Coke that you buy, 52 grams or 13 teaspoons. So that rivals, this is the same amount of sugar in this lemonade as in a bottle of Coke. So 500 ml bottle of Coke, 10 and a half in your ginger ale. I was astounded at how much was in a bottle of Sprite. Now, a new kid on the block, just in case you haven't come across it, is the Coke Life. Now, big difference from a nutritional standpoint between regular Coke having high fructose corn syrup and the Coke Life having real cane sugar in it. So, you know, when I'm measuring out my sugar, that is what is actually in here, as opposed to the highly refined high fructose corn syrup. So what goes into here is not only some real sugar, there is 6 teaspoons in here, so a lot less, so probably almost half of, a little less than half of what's in the Sprite, which is, again, it's crazy. So how can they do that? So they've managed to do it. They've added in stevia, which is a herb, very sweet. If you ever had a stevia leaf, I have tasted it. It's crazy sweet. It's actually much too sweet. It has a bit of an aftertaste to it. Not great to use in baking stevia. You have to use such a small amount. It's a really different taste. A lot of people love it. A lot of people do great with it. Not something that I absolutely adore the taste of. I have not tried this. I'm not a Coke drinker anyway, so it'll probably be rather wasted on me. But I do think if you have to do something, so I'm all about best case scenario. If you have to do something other than water, look on the back of all of them. This has 25 grams. And what a fantastic exercise for your kids to do. For me to go, I had to go find a convenience store. I went in and I bought all of these, and I was actually looking at the labels to see how much was in each one of these bottles. So for instance, this says 42 grams, and the way to calculate that, and yes, Chelsea, these numbers are crazy, the way to calculate how much sugar is in here, so 42 grams divided by 4, that's what you do with anything on the label where it says sugar. Don't look at the carbohydrates, you have to look at actual sugar. Then you also have to flip it to look at what is the ingredient. So when you look at this Coke Life versus the Sprite, you're going to see glucose fructose on the label for this one, whereas you're going to see cane sugar on the label for this. Still not great. I'm not saying please go out and buy this at all. I'm saying this is a better case scenario because it has the real stuff in it as opposed to the high fructose corn syrup. So really, there's a lot that comes into this. So this is a 500 ml bottle, 54 grams of sugar versus 26 grams of sugar, or sorry, 25 grams of sugar. So really, really big difference. And that goes for any food, anything that you pick up that's in a package where sugar has been added to it, it must be written on that label. So if you go ahead and make something yourself, it's a completely different situation. So Malachi, thank you so much for sending in your question. We love getting questions via email or on Sprite Right's Facebook page. Let us know what it is that you want to know so that I can break it down, and then you can share these videos and have your kids watch them. Because when they see it for themselves and it's not mom or dad nagging saying, sorry, I'm not going to buy you this today, or you go to a movie and that's normally where you have something, fine. Keep it as it's a treat when you're out or something like that, but you don't buy it and you don't have it at home. Get them involved, have some limes on hand, have a grapefruit on hand, have some lemons on hand, and look out on the newsletter that's coming out this week, and I'll have a recipe for the kids to mix and stir and make up their own lemonade instead of the 13 teaspoons that you're going to find in this one of sugar. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and reach out and let us know if you have any other questions. Look forward to seeing you really soon.